Final Fantasy XVI. He estado unos días sin estar por aquí por lo mismo que la última vez. Y es que estos días de atrás ha hecho mucho calor aquí en Madrid, que es donde vivo, y bueno, la verdad es que por las noches no me apetecía jugar, me apetecía darme una ducha y bueno, y soportar el calor lo mejor que he podido. Así que nada, pero vamos, aquí estamos de nuevo porque tengo ganas de saber cómo continúa esto después de la última partida, que fue súper épica, una lucha con Bahamut en el espacio exterior. y bueno, la verdad es que no sé, fue una batalla épica. Así que nada, estamos aquí y vamos a ver qué nos encontramos, porque bueno, en la última partida en fin, me reencontré con Joshua, con el hermano de Clive. Luchamos juntos y salimos de allí juntos. Entonces me imagino que tiene que estar por aquí. Así que vamos a ver qué nos depara la misión principal. Aquí hay misiones secundarias también. Pero bueno, ahora no puedo viajar ni puedo hacer otra cosa excepto. Así que vamos a ver qué ocurre.
He's with your uncle in the Free Cities, helping Mid with her project. Sent an owl their way the moment the winds turned foul. Still waiting on a reply, though. Do you have any good news? Well, that depends on your definition of good. All right, fine. What do you suggest we do? Oh, no, I'm just a messenger. I'll leave the scheming to those more suited to the task. Could be that Lady Vivian and Old Tomes have their own thoughts on the current state of things. Could be that they don't. It certainly can't hurt to ask. I suppose not.
Vale, pues tengo que hablar con Vivian, que es la historiadora, y con el Arpócrates o Hipócrates o como se llame. Así que nada, vamos allá. Bueno, Vivian me imagino que nos contará cómo está el tema.
Not that you are to blame for the Dominion's fate. No one could have predicted the actions of the Crown Prince.
I'm sorry I couldn't save your home.
My countrymen are stronger than you think. A few toppled clock towers won't break their spirits. They'll be back on their feet in no time.
I hope so.
Look at us. Bluer than a pair of bog crabs. Tempting though it may be, sulking will not help us find a solution to this mess.
You believe there's one to be found?
I don't know. But I am certain we're more likely to find it if we first examine the facts.
Bueno, a ver qué nos cuenta a esta hora.
Beneath these darkened skies, fear and confusion reign over Valisthea. Oh, the lands around the fallen mother crystals had already begun to wilt for want of ether. But not like this. Crystals that filled wells and fueled furnaces. Now nothing but pretty shards of rock. And those that hang from the people's necks cast nary a glimmer of light to keep the dark at bay. It is only a matter of time before the common folk convince themselves that the end of days is upon us. Yet I fear a swift end.
O sea que me estás diciendo que lo hemos cagado rompiendo los
While
cristales.
most of the world thirsts for ether, the remainder drowns in it, spawning Akashic in droves. And amidst the hordes of mindless beasts, with magics as like to fail as function, even the strongest nation would falter. Rosaria and the Iron Kingdom teeter on the brink of collapse, while the tragedy in Twinside has all but paralyzed the Holy Empire. Dalmekia fares little better. Rumor has it the ministers fled the capital after the fall of Drake's Fan, leaving their beloved republic to crumble. Waloed, meanwhile, moves in earnest. The Einherjar has been sighted off Storm. The world, in short, is in chaos. It would seem our civilization was nothing but a castle of sand, to be washed away at the whim of the waves.
A castle of sand.
Not my best flourish, but it seemed fitting. The reports I've received are considerably more blunt in their appraisal. Without the protection of their nations, it will fall to the people to defend themselves against those who would take what is theirs.
Which is only ever going to end one way.
Defending a farmhouse against a band of chocobo thieves is one thing.
O sea que me estás
But
diciendo
pitfalls and
que
palisades will do little to stall an army's advance.
que le hemos cagado rompiendo
Should
los
the king
cristales.
really
Muy bien.
intend to invade, there would be none to stop him.
None but us.
Bueno, pues vamos a hablar con el Hipócrates este. Bueno, tengo objetos nuevos en la tienda. He visto que en la forja también hay cosas nuevas, así que ahora hacemos una visita y vamos a ver qué hay por ahí.
Let me guess. You're here about the skies.
Is there anything you don't know, Lawsman?
It doesn't take a court astrologer to augur the obvious. As for what has disturbed the heavens, that, I believe, is a question the Fallen might be better placed to answer than I. And on the 6th day, did the gods tear the sun from the firmament, visiting dark, but I dare say you remember your childhood lessons on the sins of Zemeckis only too well.
You think they're connected? But Ultima was one of the gods responsible.
Well, he has certainly exhibited...
There is nothing divine about him.
But he wouldn't be the first god of whom that could be said, now would he? Yet for all the fairy tales that tell of the sins, had I the Journal of Moss the Chronicler, I may have been able to tell you more, but alas, I fear all you will forgive me, I hope.
Certainly not. Because there is nothing to forgive, even without this. Perhaps Otto will be more inclined to share his thoughts when he hears what the others had to say.
Bueno, ya que estoy aquí,
I was wondering when next you'd visit. I have compiled some new entries, if you would like to see them. I have quite the find for you today. You wish to study the tomes?
vale, acabo de ganar un trofeo por contarle a este la movida.
one. That would be a first.
It would. Actually, there are 3. We had as many owls arrive while you were at the shelves. Martha's got a cash at her gates and talk of monsters roaming the hills outside of Northreach just by the wind up Isabel and Erlock.
And don't forget Dalamil. Lubor says the village was raided by bandits.
When it rains...
It fucking pours. The curse breakers are spread thin, taking stock of the damage in the Dominion. And even if I could get word to all of them, I doubt they'd get here in time to make any real difference. Which means there's only 2 people who can.
Jill and I.
Let them know we're on our way.
O sea, que hay que ir a repartir tajos
Fancy a look at the list, do you?
por ahí.
Quick look.
Y en la República de la Almequia tengo 3 misiones secundarias. Vale, pues primero me voy a hacer la principal. Aquí también tengo monstruos nuevos. Vale. Vale, a este ya me he enfrentado. Y me mató. Solo me enfrenté una vez, es cierto, pero me mató. Aquí tenemos un tipo B, un tipo A y un tipo S. Este es tipo S, ese es de especial, ¿vale? Así que es de clase especial y sé dónde está, o sea que lo tengo controlado. Vale, pues vamos a pasar por la armería porque se supone que hay objetos nuevos y vamos a pasar también por la forja porque se supone que en la última misión he conseguido algo que me permite hacer algo nuevo.
Still alive, are ya? Go on then.
Vale. Vale, no hay nada. No hay nada. No hay nada nuevo realmente.
I'm not much bothered either way.
What do I owe the honor?
A ver qué tenemos por aquí.
Dear.
Vale, tenemos espada nueva. Pues sí, la vamos a hacer.
If I do say so myself. Anything else?
Guay, pues tenemos espada nueva. Ostras, como mola. Bueno, pues tenemos espadita nueva para repartir tajos, lo cual está muy bien. Y ahora pues vamos a ver dónde son las misiones. Unas ahí, otras ahí y otras aquí abajo. Vale. ¿Y las misiones secundarias dónde son? Ah, las misiones secundarias son en el sitio este, en el mercado. Bueno, este es el mercado que tuve que... el sitio por el que tuve que pasar antes de venir aquí, ¿vale? Vale, pues... Vamos a empezar por aquí, por ejemplo, que es lo más alejado.
First we find Isabel.
Heard a bloke saying he saw ghosts on the far side of the wall.
I saw it with my own eyes. lord. Milady.
We received the dame's message. There have been sightings of strange creatures, I understand.
With the blue eyes. Yes. Like a Kashik, but different. They've taken so many. I've lost count.
A Kashik, but different.
Ultimus thralls. And what of your mistress? Is she here?
Oh, no. She went to the garrison to ask what they were planning on doing about all this.
Then we'll look for her there.
Bueno, pues vamos a ir haciendo las misiones de una. Quiero decir, voy a hacer primero esto de aquí y luego me voy a ir. No voy a dejar las misiones aceptadas estando... Quiero decir, voy a ir por los sitios en los que haya que hacerlo y ya está.
Madame, please! Half the garrison's been slaughtered by those things. We lost the captain this very morning.
We've tried requesting reinforcements, but there's been no word from the capital or the Dominion in days. What more would you have us do?
I would have you do your duty. Those at the Vale look to me for protection. And protect them I shall. Because they are my charges, and that is my duty. In case you have forgotten, the people of this town are your charges. But more than that, they are your people. Your sisters, your brothers, your lovers. So you have a choice. Lay down your sword and watch as they are slaughtered. Or take it up and do what is right.
She speaks the truth, you know. This here, it's all we have. It's all that's left.
What we have left is our lives. Do you really want us to lose them as well?
Not if we don't have to. Look, there's a cask under the captain's bunk. Let's talk about this over a drink, eh?
I'm listening.
I'll have a word with them.
Ah, Clive. I didn't expect help to arrive so quickly. And sought to take matters into my own hands.
It was a noble effort. But I thought you might still need some support.
How like you to consider my needs.
What we need to consider is where the creatures came from.
The way the survivors speak of them, one would think they appeared out of thin air.
Visior está celosa.
It's hard to know what to believe these days.
We'll talk to the survivors.
That thing...
Did you see the creatures that attacked you?
Creatures? Yeah, they came out of nowhere. They went for Joseph first, then me.
Do you remember where you were?
On the road from Oriflamme. We just passed...
It's all right. It's all right.
You're a pikeman, yes? What happened?
I've got family in Moor. I heard the flood was spreading, so I went to see if they were all right. And a pack of them glowing things found me in the meadow. I ran...
Leave that to us.
At least we have an idea of where the thralls might be now. We should head for more. You're safe.
I assume you have a plan.
It was all they could do to escape.
Look.
I see them. With me. This one. Over here. This one.
Should I bribe?
Save your strength. Mortal, kill! Over here! Stick 'em! Go for it! Go for it! Nice roll tap! This one. Go for it. Get him. Get him. All yours, Torgal.
Este es el fantasma, me está... que me va a matar. Bueno, me ha costado un poco.
Do you think there are more?
There are always more. But I'd say we've done what we can for the time being.
Then we should let Isabel know.
You have the town's thanks.
Don't thank us yet. There will be more. Many more. And you'll need to be ready for them.
Oh, we shall. Isn't that right, Captain?
Yes, milady. The garrison will be ready.
Philippe here has convinced most of the men to remain at their posts. For now, at least.
Hearing that the Dame would look kindly on any man who committed himself to the task certainly didn't hurt. It's not the most selfless of motives, I'll admit. Whatever it takes, eh? Now me, I never needed convincing. I became a soldier to protect the people I love. And the people I love include the ones standing before me.
Handsome and chivalrous.
Te está tirando la caña.
Now, if you don't mind, I have sentries to post. Milady.
Lest you wonder, I'm not foolish enough to believe that this has solved all of my problems. But it has solved one, and that's one fewer than I had this morning. Thank you again, Clive.
Vale. Bueno, pues esto ya está hecho. Ahora vamos a la fonda de Marta. A ver qué nos encontramos aquí. A ver, voy a ver si me... Ah, es verdad, ahora tengo ahora tengo las habilidades del Bahamut también disponibles. Esta puede estar interesante. Están interesantes, pero de momento voy a seguir con las que tengo, pero lo que quisiera también ver... No tengo la barra de vitalidad llena, así que voy a salir un momento. Me voy a tomar una ultra poción. Y antes de seguir, me paso por la tienda. Repongo.
Thanks very much. There you go.
Y seguimos.
Martha, it's good to see you.
And you, Clive. Jill?
Otto said he'd been attacked by a Kashik. What exactly happened here?
Those skies are what happened. Not long after they fell dark, we had our first visit. There were hundreds of them. Tried to storm the hill. Only a handful made it up here, but that was more than enough. The rest are still down there now. And while we have a few willing fighters holding them back, they're sorely outnumbered.
What do you think, Clive?
That we join the fight.
I thought you'd never offer. Now, where I need you is the Fallen Gate. That's where the fighting is fiercest. Let the men know you come to help. Something tells me they'll be pleased to see you.
We're on our way.
Bueno.
Do you think there were as many as Martha says?
More.
Bueno, estas misiones me imagino que serán pues como la que acabo de hacer, es decir, tendremos que ir a algún sitio a cargarnos unos cuantos monstruos y habrá algún monstruo que sea más fuerte que los demás.
Clive, wounded.
We deal with the Akashic first. This one. Ah! Second one. Ah! This one. Second. This one.
men don't have the look of hired swords.
If you've come to rob this place...
You are mistaken, my Lord Rosfield. We're here by Madame Martha's leave.
How do you know my name?
Forgive me, my lord. There wasn't time for introductions. We're with the Guardians of the Flame.
Wait, men. But how did you come to be here? Where is your commander?
Sir Wade left earlier with a scouting party to find out where the Akashic were coming from.
Did he? Take your wounded back to the inn. Martha will see you're looked after.
And to think you took them for thieves. A fine reward for holding off the horde, that is.
When did Wade and his men arrive?
Not long after Rosalith fell. The Guardians asked me to shelter some of them that had lost their homes. They were making ready to leave just as the skies turned, and we agreed it was best we stuck together.
Martha! Trouble! The scouting party's almost at the lift, but they got a pack of Akashics snapping at their heels! And they got wounded!
Damn it all!
We'll worry about them, Martha.
You look after everyone here. If any can still fight, send them to the lift.
I will. You too.
Vale, al montacargas. Esto es a la derecha.
Mad dogs.
Squire, I need you to get those who can still walk up the lift to Martha's. But what about... I didn't ask, Oscar. Sir.
Sir Wade.
Lord Rosfield. If you aren't a sight for sore eyes.
Martha seemed to think you might need some help. And by the looks of it...
We thought we could sneak by them. But we didn't know there would be so many.
Behind you!
Damn it! We need to get the injured to safety.
Do you think we can hold them off?
We can certainly try. Are you with us, Sir Wade?
Always.
Then let's do our duty.
Over here!
Me lo he comido.
this one.
Over here!
This one.
Vale.
Is anyone hurt?
I don't think so.
And yet again, you've pulled me from the flames. It's just a pity I keep walking into them.
You've never been one to shy away from danger, Sir Wade. Like any shield worthy of the name.
I see you're all in one piece.
Martha!
Is something wrong?
The lookout saw smoke coming from down Eastpool way. Too thick to be a hearth.
A second horde.
Feel like finishing the job.
Always.
Jill and I will make for Eastpool. You'll need to move the injured without us.
Don't you worry about that.
The moment my men are safe, I'll follow.
O sea, ahora tenemos que ir a Eastpool. Pues antes de subir... Antes de subir voy a tomarme una otra poción.
Mad dogs. Anything catch your eye?
Thanks very much.
Y ahora... Ah, mirad, aquí está el monstruo este que os dije que no había podido cargarme. Pues está ahí, así que nada.
Just patch me up.
They're headed for the rest.
We have to slow them down. Martha and the others won't be ready.
Over here!
It's this one.
Get him!
Something's coming.
Apologies, my lord. Did I miss anything?
Only the first round, Sir Wade. Shall we?
Ay, bueno. Bueno, pues listo.
Do you see any more?
No. I think that was the last of them.
But it won't be long before the next lot.
Then we make for Martha's while we can.
What did you find out there?
The same as Sir Wade. Scores of Akashic.
Muchas gracias.
Well, wherever they came from, they're gone now. I'll look out
Un
for
saludo a la
you once
Estación
clear.
Astronómica de Andrat,
We'll have enough time to lick
que me
our
están
wounds.
viendo.
How many of your men were injured?
Damn sight less than if you hadn't turned
Ay,
up. Thank you.
bueno, pues esta es la segunda misión de las 3.
Remain dark, I fear the Akashic's numbers are only going to rise. It's not a matter of if the Horde will be back. The inn here affords a good view of the land, and
Y
is
ahora
easily defendable.
pues nos toca ir al desierto.
I'd like to make this one of our outposts.
What do you say, Martha? You'd have more men to guard the rest.
Well, when you put it like that, of course they can.
Bueno, listo. Bueno, hemos ganado un objeto único.
My lord, there's someone I'd like you to... Oscar, over here. It is an honor to make your acquaintance, Lord Rossfield. I am Oscar. Oscar of House Murdoch.
Murdoch? I wasn't aware the Lord Commander had children.
Oh, he didn't. But his brother, my father, did. I am Sir Rodney's nephew. Well, go on then. It's not for me to ask him. Yes, Sir Wade. If it please you, my Lord Marquis, might you take me as your squire? I would learn the duties of a shield from the finest.
Ah, guay.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Oscar, but I'm a shield no longer. Nor was I ever the finest. And spending time in the company of an outlaw hardly seems a fitting education for one aspiring to take his oaths.
My Aunt Hannah once told me, you have accomplished much since taking, and I would sooner serve under an honorable outlaw than an not that Sir Wade and the other. It's all right. We know what you mean. There is only so much the boy can learn from me, my lord.
But a squire.
Would that really be so bad? You were a squire once. And I'm certain Sir Rodney would approve.
O sea que tenemos chico nuevo en la oficina. Vale.
Know that I'll show you as much leniency as your uncle showed me.
I would not have it any other way.
A ver, o sea... Pero no está en el grupo, o sea que no sé por qué... O sea, si estuviera en el grupo estaría aquí abajo a la derecha. Bueno, da igual. El caso es que vamos a hacer lo que nos queda, que es aquí, en Dalimil. Dalimil, esa ciudad esta que está en el desierto, si no recuerdo mal. Sí.
Sid, your new companion appears much more formidable than your uncle. Should I be worried?
You haven't been introduced.
Jill, Clive has told me much about you.
All lies, I'm sure.
Your Stolas said that Dalimil has a bandit problem.
Indeed. Although, you're a little late. They left with our food and guild days ago.
Any idea where they went?
The desert's a big place. Your guess is as good as mine. But the fact is, I have more immediate concerns.
What did you say to me? What did you say?
Ah, as if by magic. Let's just say we've yet to reach a consensus about how to solve Dalimil's little problem. And at this rate, it won't be the actions of the bandits which prove to be our undoing. It will be our own. I've tried reasoning with the dissenting parties.
Perhaps we could talk to them.
What makes you think they'll listen to us?
What makes you think they won't?
She makes a fair point, Sid. And you won't have wasted much.
Suppose we just follow the shouting.
You wouldn't talk like that if it had been your men whose throats were slit. Blood for blood, it's the only way. We hire mercenaries and have them mount the bandits' heads on our walls as a lesson to the rest.
And what happens when those mercenaries are slaughtered like your men? Are you going to hire more? We're better off using that coin to buy food and supplies. If we hire mercenaries, the only thing we're buying is the bandits' ire. And you cannot fill empty bellies with that. Do you hear me?
But what happens when they come back? Maybe it'll be your throat that's slit.
That's enough. Both of you. Any more of this and I'll throw you out myself. Come back when you're ready to talk like adults.
Victor. What's he doing here?
Bueno, a ver qué nos cuenta este hombre.
Sid. And Lady Jill. What brings you here?
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Costness is in chaos. The Briar's Kiss here in Dalimil is the only place I can reliably obtain some. I was here to do just that when Master Lubor told me of his troubles.
Who are those people?
Those were the thorns in Lubor's side. And the reason this place might be headed the same way as Costness. These accursed skies. The darkness is enough to drive a man to madness. Or an entire city, for that matter.
We're still working on the skies. But in the meantime, perhaps we can find a solution to Dalimil's problems.
I hope so. For all our sakes.
So, you see my predicament?
What I saw was a room full of people who were angry and afraid. And with good reason by the sound of it. But if left to smolder, that anger and fear could set the entire town alight.
My thoughts exactly. What to do? Both sides wish to protect their homes and livelihoods, if only they could agree on how. But as long as they are divided, we are vulnerable.
And if there's one thing bandits like, it's an easy target.
What would Sid the Outlaw suggest?
Well, if it were my namesake, he'd let them choose for themselves and be on hand to pick up the pieces when it all went wrong.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
A recipe for disaster isn't precisely what it is. But perhaps that realization would be enough to make them question the ingredients. While it's plain neither Conrad nor Natalie will countenance the other's proposal, it may still be possible to make them doubt their own before presenting them with a third option.
And that would be?
To pool our resources and save the city ourselves. Why fight each other
when all that fear and anger can be directed at the bandits?
It appears we have a plan of action. Victor, pay Conrad a visit. See if you can't convince him of his folly. I'll speak with Natalie.
As you wish.
Your faces are not well known in this town. That may prove useful. Don't worry, Victor and I will do most of the talking. You need only play along.
Play along?
What he means to say is yes.
Bueno, vamos a seguir.
Picturing Conrad. Ah, here she is. The Lady of the Spear herself. Conrad, may I introduce you to Jane?
A pleasure, my lady.
The pleasure is all mine.
As I told you, I summoned the commander here from Camp.
Victor says you told him no. That there aren't any men left to hire. Is that true?
True as the crystals cracked. Nobles came and claimed every last one worth his salt. And not just from us Red Wings. You know of the 7 high houses. There must be 2 swords assigned each one. Granted, we have a few boys left. If it's boys you're looking for.
Well, Conrad, are you saying that Dalam's finest cannot defend this town better than a gaggle of unblooded striplings?
Absolutely not. We'll show those bastards who they're dealing with.
I can't believe that actually worked.
Conrad's not what you called the brightest candle in the crypt. And there's a reason why I had you do the talking and not Sid. Well played, my lady.
My shop. If I had my pickaxe, I would.
I mean, it may still be possible to buy something, and we may yet be allowed to keep... Ah, here he is now. Natalie, allow me to introduce Lord Underhill of Randalar's prestigious League of Merchants.
Lord Underhill.
Sotomonte, me mola.
Underhill.
I was just telling the good lady of our conversation, my lord, and how you were lamenting the state of the capital's stores.
Lubor says that not only are the granaries almost empty, but that war and the Blight mean this season's harvest won't be enough to fill them for winter.
Indeed, certainly that is the case. The nobles in the capital are buying up the city's stocks of barley and wine, driving the prices higher than most commoners could afford. It is only a matter of time before the peasants revolt.
It is worse than I thought. If what Lord Underhill says is true, I fear we have little hope of supplementing our stores, meager though they regrettably are. And while I applaud your endeavors to dissuade our more bellicose citizens from seeking vengeance, I sense Conrad is not wrong in his assessment of the bandits' likely return. Which means that now, more than ever, we will need to secure what little we still have. Food, weapons, herbs, everything. If our humble town is to endure not only this hardship, but those that are certain to follow, we must stand united.
All right. If it will help to protect my home, I'll do it.
But you needn't have gone through this charade.
Thank you, Clive. Your performance was nothing if not workmanlike.
She saw right through it.
I didn't say it was good. Merely that it produced... Now, my scouts should be returning shortly. Meet me back at the Briar's Kiss,
Not convinced our roles in this ruse were entirely necessary.
I don't know. Conrad seemed quite taken with you.
Mummy, I'm scared.
Oh, I'm ruined.
Good news, Sid. Both Conrad and Natalie have somewhat graced with time. They may even learn to...
Time no longer appears to be the luxury it was before lunch.
I take it your scouts found the bandits.
Technically, it would be the bandits who found my scouts. All of them.
You're not serious.
They don't just want food, they want the whole damn...
I have a favor to ask. I'm told the bandits march in 2 groups. One from the south and one from the desert.
Very well. Jill and I will meet those from the...
The rest, my friend, the city shelf. The stakes, I concede, are high.
That is a lot of faith to...
Then it will be for us to see...
O sea, tenemos que agarrar.
We'll hold them off for as long as we can.
And we will do the same.
O sea, que tenemos que ir a matar bandidos, vale.
No women folk have come so welcome.
I'll take that one.
He's all yours.
Get him! Over here! This one. Over here! They mean to overwhelm us.
Que tiene como coraza o algo así. Tenía que tomar una ultra poción porque me estaban... Ah, vale, que es un enemigo especial. Bueno, pues ya está.
The townspeople. Could they have held out?
I don't hear any fighting. What do you think?
Then we should hurry.
Natalie, I owe you an apology. You did well out there. The inn would have been lost had you not held the line.
Without you, there would have been no line to hold. You saved us, Conrad. You saved Dalimil.
We all saved Dalimil.
Conrad seems to have had a change of heart.
I'd say they both have.
I take it from your presence that our visitors from the desert won't be joining us either. Pity.
Plan worked, Sid. Granted, it only took an army of bloodthirsty bandits at our gate.
Calm now, Victor. Why quibble over the details? We are united, and that is all that matters. As for you, Sid, you fight considerably better than you act.
I'll take that as a compliment. Our friends seem to have things under control. For now, at least.
Vale, bueno. Vale, pues ya están hechas. Ya están hechas todas las misiones que había por aquí, ¿vale? Vamos, las 3 misiones de la misión principal. Ahora lo que voy a hacer... No sé cómo estoy de... A ver cómo estoy de vida. Vale, tengo como media barra de vida. Pues salgo un momento de la ciudad. Me tomo una ultra poción. Volvemos a entrar.
Anything I can interest you in?
Claro, esto como si fueran los antiguos Final Fantasy, que podías llevar encima hasta 99 pociones, pues no haría falta esto. Me tomaba un par de pociones a lo mejor y listo. Ahora bueno, hay que hacerlo así, pues bueno, se hace así. Voy a viajar aquí, al mercado. Aquí hay 3 misiones secundarias. Las hago y vuelvo a la guarida. Vale, la primera es este hombre.
That well-notched steel and impressive physique. I have need of a sword for hire, and yours looks to be a weapon well worth the coin. Might you be convinced to offer me the use of those formidable arms?
How exactly do you intend to use them?
Well, being something of a scholar of Zemeckis history, I wish to investigate the ruins near the city. And I require a rugged companion, lest I find myself waylaid by ne'er-do-wells or the beasts sent to roam the area. Should you accept, you will not only earn yourself material wealth, but partake of the true treasure that awaits us there. The rich and storied history of Zemeckis. Well, were you ever party to a finer proposition?
My arms are yours.
Wonderful. Then come.
But where are we going?
Along the old Zemeckis road. Quickly. There is no...
Wait. Good luck with your ne'er-do-wells.
Bueno.
I better make sure he doesn't get himself killed.
Antes de irme... Bueno. Voy a hacer las misiones una por una. Porque si no, con los marcadores, que no sé por qué, no los puedo quitar. Es decir, los quito y los desmarco, pero se vuelven a marcar, no sé por qué. Así que vamos a hacer las misiones una por una. Y luego veremos. Y luego ya pues, seguimos.
You'll hand over your coin if you know what's good for you.
Over here! It's over!
Bueno.
Are you hurt?
Happily not, good sir. More importantly, we have arrived. Now, feast your eyes upon the marvel before us. Ruins, a relic of the fallen civilization. A sight so common that man is oft blinded to its wonder. Colossal vessels, dashed airships, we call them, with very little thought to what wonders such a word might describe. Oblige me if you would. Does anything strike you as... Though we ourselves find fallen ruins to be nigh indestructible, whatever gouged the final sin from the rock cleaved clean through the structure you see before you. A tantalizing mystery, no doubt, but merely one of countless enigmas in which Zemeckis history is steeped. Come, good sir. Our expedition continues, and we still have much to learn.
He He's passionate. I'll give him that. Not again. All right then. You're going to get yourself killed.
Oh, that would not when such majesty stretches out before us. Behold, as Moss tells us, a battle was fought here in ancient times. A battle of such ferocity that it tore a great crater in the very land upon which it was waged. In reaching for their holy sanctum, did man enrage the gods. And great was the vengeance that was rained. Alas, the full truth of the matter is lost to time. But we must not dwell upon such things. There is more yet to onward. History.
O sea, que tenemos que seguir a estas gilipollas. Y... tenemos que seguir a estas gilipollas y... salvarle de los monstruos que le atacan. Vale. Bueno, no tengo nada mejor que hacer. Ah, ya me he enfrentado a alguno de estos. Me enfrenté a un bicho igual que este. Bueno, esto me ha costado mucho menos que las corias, lo puedo asegurar.
Still in one piece?
It would seem so. Once more I am in your debt. And once more you impress me with your prowess. These were no ordinary foes, but ones we in the field call, though Moss the Chronicler concurs with the legends in attributing the fall of Zemeckis to a wrath wrought upon, he offers little in the way of explanation. Could the ruins we see before us here, in all their elaborate beauty, perhaps suggest an answer? Could the construction of such miraculous edifices have been considered an encroachment upon the province of the divine? Alas, all is mere speculation. But one day, perhaps, I will learn the truth.
Not if you keep running headfirst into trouble.
You are right, of course. And not only have you plucked me repeatedly from the jaws of death, you have proven yourself a willing audience to my ramblings.
Glad to help, but Didn't you say you came here?
I fear I may have rather overstated the case on that front. In truth, a
Ah, muy
captive,
bien.
you see.
Vale, pues
Even my
nada.
fellow scholars have grown. And
Me han
so
encantado dos
That's what this was
historias.
all about.
I am afraid so.
Fine.
And so ends here. Your reward for
Vale, pues ahora sí voy a dejar aceptadas las dos misiones que tengo y las hago a la vez, yo creo.
Do you have any fresh water? Tell me, traveler, do the other villagers of the realm suffer as ours does?
I want to know right away. Bad news. Good, actually. Something worth celebrating for a change. Only trouble is, the serving girls... What exactly are you celebrating? If you don't mind me asking. I've come by a particularly fine bottle of red. A Gotan 66, no less. Gotan Rouge is the only good thing to have ever come out of the Empire. And most wouldn't part with it. So I've heard. Oh. So you know of it, then? Clearly a gentleman who might sympathize of mine. Would you pass the good news to a few friends of mine?
Venga, va.
Sounds simple enough. So you'll do it? Marvelous. Thank you. You won't need to go far. All three of them should be right. There's Aldrich, the porter, three of the finest. Stop by again when you let them know. I'll be right back.
Vale, o sea que esta misión es de hacerla aquí en el mismo pueblo. Vale, pues voy a aceptar. Antes de nada voy a aceptar la misión esta.
I see you've been of some assistance to Eloise. Perhaps
What would I be doing?
finding someone. You see, I've been having trouble with thieves, and I was griping about my lot to a friend of mine a few days back, and now Joseph's a sellsword, and a good one at that. But he's been gone days, and I'm beginning...
Any idea where his search for the thieves might have taken him?
The old Zemeckis Road, perhaps? Joseph's lived a hard life.
Can't imagine there are too many great...
Vale, pues primero vamos a hacer la misión de aquí y luego nos vamos.
I've been asked to find Aldrich, the porter. I don't suppose that's you, is it?
That's me right enough. You need something delivered?
The innkeeper sent me. He said there's a cup of Gotan 66 with your name on it when you're done for the day.
A 66? Look at me. If he's just got hold of it now, it must have been in the crates he had me carry down from Sanbrek.
From the Empire to Boklad. He must be a braver man than most. That's a treacherous route to the best of times.
Such is the porter's lot. There's not a patch of storm these feet haven't traipsed across. It's Oriflamme one day, then off to Canva the next. The farther you're willing to go, the fatter the purse. Which is why there's no shortage of competition for some of the longer routes. I'd say I've done enough for today to earn myself a cup of something tasty. Thanks for letting me know.
won't find a finer array this side of the strait. A fine choice. Farewell.
Please, a piece of fruit.
Are you Milan, the butcher?
That's me. What can I do for you?
The innkeeper's just had a special delivery. He thought you might like to join him for a cup of wine after you pack up for the day.
He knows me only too well. And I've got a ham here that will go handsomely with a nice drop.
Wine and ham to spare. Barclad clearly isn't suffering then.
Comes with being the place everyone has to pass through to get to everywhere else. Those who travel the Crystal Road bring all manner of goods with them. We get meat from San Brec, herbs from Rosaria. Why, sometimes we even see curiosities from across the Narrow. Or rather we did, till not so long ago. Still, there's no point dwelling on it. Better to live life while you can, eh? And on that note, it sounds like there's a cup of wine needing my attention.
You'll buy something, won't you? Please.
You've raised the price.
I'm looking for Bolek. I was told he'd be guarding the gate.
Well, you found him. You're not here to enlist, I take it?
The innkeeper sent me. He's just taken delivery of a rare vintage, a Gotan 66. He thought you might like a cup.
I've never said no to a goat hand. I'm not about to start now. Thanks for letting me know.
You must be a busy man.
No one's making for the refugee camps anymore. Not after what happened in the Dominion. Meaning, they linger here instead. I spend more of my days moving beggars along. What gets to me are the gangs that prey on the poor sods. As if they haven't... Some days you can't help but wonder what, you know what. That wine...
Hold on. I wonder if the innkeeper might spare a cup of that wine.
I haven't sold anything in days.
These pears are...
Please, a piece of fruit.
Do you have any fresh water?
I spoke to your friends. They'll be along soon.
That's fantastic news. It's been a while since we all sat down together. And the way I see it, that wine is as much theirs as it is my own.
How so?
Well, I wouldn't be serving anything but slops without Aldrich to go and fetch the good stuff for me. And then there's Milan, who always sends customers my way. And Bolek, an even-handed keeper of the peace, if ever there was one. Those three are the backbone of Barclad. Lose any one of them, and without the market, I wouldn't have a single customer. I'd say that's worth a...
And more besides.
Everyone needs a shoulder to lean on. Be they well... Right. I'd better prepare for my get...
I hear you had me carrying a bottle of Gotan 66.
If I'd have known, I would have...
A Gotan 60 bloody 6. Bottle between the four of us might not be enough to drown our sorrows.
Here they are, the free... The woes of the world may be monstrous in many.
Never a truer word spoken.
Vale. Bueno, pues ya solo nos queda una misión, que es, bueno, la última que hemos aceptado. A ver, aquí hay una puerta que se abre. Ah, no. Es un cartel.
What I wouldn't give for a hot meal.
Looks like this is the end of the road for us.
When are they gonna let us through?
What do you want? I've no...
Just information. Has a sellsword passed through here?
Now you mention it, there was a young man...
Which way did he go?
How am I supposed to know? Buggered off down the road, I expect. Now why don't you do the same?
Tía, no seas tan borde.
We don't want any trouble.
Neither do I. I'm looking for someone.
Well, we haven't seen him.
Those ones, over there.
Maybe he found his thieves.
Mum won't let me near them. She said there's goblins up there, and that they eat little boys for dinner.
Shh, now. You've said quite enough.
I only told him what you said.
I'd listen to your mother if I were you. Did Joseph's thieves really lug their stolen wares all the way out here?
Joder, cuando subió no te he visto.
Let's roll ready.
I think we've found our thieves. They don't look happy to see me. Let's get this over with.
Stop! Don't kill him, he's just protecting his home.
Joseph? So the boy was right.
I don't know you.
Your porter friend sent me to find you. She was worried you might have got yourself killed.
Have I been gone that long? Wasn't hard finding the thieves. The problem was knowing what to do with them when I did.
I take it things are more complicated than they appear.
I'd all but ruled out bandits before I even left the market. You know where that is? Because our thieves had no interest in gold or gems, or anything they couldn't eat for that matter. Add to that the rumors of goblins in the area, and the mystery practically solved itself. I soon found their cozy little homestead and all the missing food. I launched myself at them full of righteous fury, but their leader was the only one who moved to meet me.
The others, they huddled around that food, ready to die protecting it. They stole because it was that or starvation. I've been there myself, back when times were hard.
So you spared them, and earned their trust into the bargain by the look of it.
These goblins aren't native to the area. They don't know how to survive such barren lands, so I've been teaching them. And once they've learned to hunt and forage, they won't be fool enough to risk their necks in Bocklad.
I'm impressed. I didn't know goblins could be reasoned with.
Do me a favor. Let the porter know I'm safe. I'll head back to the market once my work here is done. Oh, and don't mention the goblins. I don't want people coming here brandishing pitchforks.
Your secret's safe with me.
I appreciate it.
Vale.
You won't find a finer array this side of the strait. Many thanks. Farewell.
Joseph's fine. We'll be back once he's tied up a few loose ends.
That's a weight off my shoulders.
He certainly knows his business. You found your thieves all right. And I dare say they won't be...
A good man to have around, that Joseph. Thank you for putting my mind at ease. Here, for your troubles.
Bueno, pues ya tengo hechas las 3 misiones secundarias, no tengo nada más que hacer. Así que vamos a volver a la guarida. Y aquí lo único que voy a hacer bueno, antes de hablar con Otto, que es lo que tengo que, me imagino que tengo que hacer. Bueno, estos son cartas de la peña que he ayudado. Es que en estas cartas a veces hay misiones nuevas, entonces siempre es bueno mirarlas. Vale, pues antes de hablar con Otto, me imagino que es con quien tengo que hablar. Voy a obtener no sé si tengo recompensas por haber hecho las misiones. Vale, sí, creo que sí.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Is everything we've received and everything promised? Here you are.
Guay. Bueno, por haber hecho estas 3 misiones me llevo 40 colmillos afilados, 30 sedas férreas, 30 pieles de bestias y 1500 puntos de habilidad. Y según vaya haciendo misiones, pues bueno.
Best of luck out there, Sid.
Vale, bueno, pues vamos a hablar con Otto. Dejamos la siguiente misión principal aceptada.
Was wondering when you turn up. Had owls from all our friends thanking you for your timely intervention. How is it you always manage to arrive at just the right moment?
Luck, I suppose. Any word on the rest of the realm?
Let's see. Storm's still crying out for mother crystals. The nations are still in chaos. And the skies are still the colour of a kick in the kidneys 2 days.
Right.
Clive, we knew this was going to happen. Well, not the bleeding skies part, but you take my point. Now's not the time to second-guess yourself. Now's the time to visit the infirmary.
Thank you, Otto.
Claro, ya decía yo, algo pasa en el cielo. Algo pasa en el cielo.
So it was not Sylvester, but Olivier who served as Ultima's puppet. And when Dion learned of this, he sought to slay the fiend. Only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him. Enough to drive a man to madness.
Small wonder he hasn't stirred. I would be afraid to
O sea que el príncipe este no ha muerto.
To him sooner, warned him of the threat Ultima posed. But now, both an empire and her prince lie broken.
Joshua, what do you know of Ultima?
Very little, I'm afraid. Despite my best efforts. 18 years ago, as I lay buried beneath the rubble of Phoenix Gate, it was not death who came for me, but another. And it was while in my rescuer's care, I first heard of Ultima. I've been chasing his shadow ever since. Ultima is driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you are crucial to his designs. He will stop at nothing to have you, even if that means toppling an empire.
Why me? What possible use could I be to such a creature?
That is one of many answers that have eluded me. Yet, I am certain of this. It is not mere chance. You were chosen for a reason. All dominants carry within them the might of an icon. Nigh limitless power that is at once acutely limited. I wield fire, and only fire.
And I only ice. 8 wardens for 8 elements. But you, Clive.
You are different. You're special. Your abilities begin with the flames of Ifrit. But they do not end there. The fact Ifrit can even exist goes against everything we thought we knew of dominance. Perhaps Ultima has been waiting for one such as you, whose potential is truly limitless.
I've encountered that thing several times now. If it or he, as you say, needs me, why hasn't he claimed me as he did the boy?
Were I to hazard a guess, I'd say the two of you are somehow incompatible. His mind not properly attuned to your body.
His mind?
Mind, awareness, spirit, call it what you wish. But I believe Ultima to be an embodiment of the concept. This is why I struggle and fail to contain him here inside me.
Sorry, inside you?
With every setting sun, I feel my strength wane. And though the Phoenix's flames mend the prison I have made for Ultima, they do so at a cost. We must find a means to bring an end to him before I meet my own.
Ah, muy bien.
What were you thinking?
It was that or let him take Clive. And I've always had a soft spot for my brother.
But that doesn't mean you should sacrifice yourself to save me.
Joshua. Clive, it's Gav. There's an army of Akashic at the gates of Canver.
Well, what's the short of it?
I thought Ty had told you. The capital of the Free Cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities. The city guard are doing their best to stem the tide, but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now. They're hiding with Gav at midship.
We have to get them out of there.
And we shall. Otto, prepare a Stolas. Tell Gav to stay exactly where he is.
Understood.
Vivian, what's the swiftest route to the Free Cities?
That sounds like a question for the map. Look here. This road, through Tabor, should provide the least trouble.
Good.
What a coincidence. Tabor is exactly where I'm bound.
Joshua, Bed is where you should be bound. You don't think I told him the exact same thing?
Were Tyre not such a talented healer, I would surely have been inclined to agree. But, thanks to her ministrations, I feel I may safely rejoin my attendant, who is to wait for me in Tabor if we became separated.
All right, we travel together.
Clive.
If he stays close to me, he'll be fine.
Thank you.
I'll look after him.
Vale, y se nos han abierto secundarias aquí. Vale, chicos, pues lo vamos a dejar aquí por hoy. Vale, con lo último que he hecho se me han abierto secundarias aquí. No sé si en más lugares están secundarias. Parece que no. Se me han abierto varias misiones secundarias. Y tenemos una misión principal bastante chula. Así que lo vamos a dejar aquí por hoy. Mañana si juego pues me haré primero pues la misión principal esta, que es ya rescatar a Gav y a Mid. Y luego pues me haré las secundarias como he hecho hoy, ¿vale? Muchísimas gracias a los que hayáis estado ahí, a vuestros likes y nada, nos vemos a la próxima.